It's time for the most controversial episode of Eatin with Joe yet. You know, there are some classic debate topics that just may never be settled. Capitalism or communism? Round or flat? Dogs or cats? Coke or Pepsi? Over or under? Up or down? These are just a few of the classic head-to-head debate topics that create heated discussion and deep rivalries. Well, today, I have one more for that list. The Peach Cobbler, a staple of Southern hospitality. The most iconic food to come out of the state of Georgia ever. The apple pie, a dessert so iconic and so American, it's mentioned in the same breath as baseball, hot dogs, and Chevrolet. Are you an apple pie person or a peach cobbler person? Well, give me 5 minutes and you just might change your tune. Of course, as always, before we get started, hit that big, beautiful subscribe button below, click that notification bell, like the video, and remember to share it with people that you like to argue with. Now, before we can have any serious discussion, we have to ask the question, what's the difference between a cobbler and a pie? Plenty. The cobbler is a rebel. Compared to the cobbler, the pie is just a boring, buttoned up, and delicious rule follower. The cobbler makes its own rules. The pie must have a bottom crust. Cobbler, no bottom crust needed. A pie must be made in a pie dish. Whatever. Pies can be pre-made desserts ordered out of a glass case. Comfort food. It's time to show you Georgia's and Washington's biggest contributions to the American culinary landscape. I give you the Peach Cobbler. Alright, like I said, there are no hard and fast rules. It's basically fruit, fat, and sugar with some kind of crust that ends up floating on top. There is a boatload of sugar in cobblers and pies. As for the apple pie, this is the recipe my mom uses. You can make your apple pie any way you want, but unless you make it how my mom makes it, you're doing it wrong. Big chunks of apple, lots of sugar, homemade crust. Perfect, simple, America. And now it's time for the head-to-head battle. First up, the Peach Cobbler. Oh man, that is good. Honestly, look at the recipe. If you've never made one, do it. Do it today. Awesome. And of course, if I didn't mention it before, ice cream is an absolute on both of these. Now, I'm sure you all know, Georgia isn't even in the top 10 in U.S. peach production anymore. So why are they called the Peach State? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Peaches came to the Georgia area before Georgia was even named Georgia. Back in the 16th century, a bunch of monks introduced peaches, along with several diseases from Europe, to the area now known as Georgia. In the late 1800s, Georgia peaches started going everywhere because refrigerated boxcars were suddenly a thing. So even though there are 26 states with peach festivals every year, Georgia will always be known as the Peach State. This is phenomenal. Clean plate club. And now, the apple pie. One taste of this pie and you know why everybody loves apple pie. Well, almost everybody. It's perfect. 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 Alright, so why Washington and apples? Well, the state of Washington grows 60% of all the apples produced in the U.S. every year. Gala, Fuji, Brayburn, Honeycrisp, Pink Lady, Cameo, the incredibly tasteless and ironically named Red Delicious, and the perfect apple for pies, the Granny Smith. There are at least 31 states with apple festivals every year in the U.S. But obviously, Washington's the top dog. Perfect. Clean Plate Club, 2-time member. Alright, so after long deliberation, it seems that this is also a debate that just might never end. Both of these are awesome and I can't imagine ever pushing one of these away. It's just who I am. Anyway, it's time for me to go back and do some more debating. But just because I can't make up my mind doesn't mean I don't want to hear from you. Do you have a favorite? Put it in the comments below. Let everybody know where you stand. I'd love to hear it. And as always, remember, click that big beautiful subscribe button below, hit that notification bell, like it, and share it with anybody that you think would like this video. There are more head-to-head battles coming soon over the next few weeks. Look for your opportunity to vote for your favorite foods, and you'll also help determine who ends up in the big Mukbang Madness tournament in just a few weeks. Thanks as always for watching, much appreciated. We'll see you soon.